Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, guys, with me here, Dewy Puspita Sari. And then actually, I'm from English Education Department of UIN Sari Jakarta. Today, I will upload something different from my previous video because this will be the first time, and I hope this not first and the last I upload like this. Actually, I will retelling story from a novel that I have been read that is retitled as from Nicholls. So here is the novel. Why I this one to retell the story, because this one I feels like relate of life. I mean, yeah, this easy to understanding, even something difficult to understand because there is a scientific name inside this, but not much. But firstly, I really want to review what this book first. I really like this book. Why? Because the way this is organized, all of the organized, this book is really into me. I really like this from the cover. You can see, for me, simple, interesting, and like we can see how the story is. That's one. And also how the author organized the story inside in every pages, So the author not only giving like full of sentences, full of word here, but he is trying to organize with giving so much conversation like this. I can feel like I'm just watching a movie, so we can know what is actually happened. So not just only reading full of text of passages that making me bored. The font that here given perfect. I can say this. Yeah, overall I really like this book. Okay, let's get the story. So, the story from a man in his middle age that he met with a woman which is special for him, someone that makes you see the world differently, finding someone that not trying to be different but showing how is they are naturally a funny, sweet, smart, and adorable person as he thought, and met in the special occasion and hope for living along his life together with. And his name is Doyle, that has been completing his PhD on protein in his middle age. And then the woman that he loved name is Connie. Also he has a sister named Karen, and Albie as a son of them aged 18 that will leave home in October. So they will actually decide to having grand tour while they are still at home together. There are a lot of places that they are really planning to visit, and also the place where one of them has been visited before, or even both of them ever visited together. Also, one of thing about touring names, the every moment that have been done when they were met as a new couple. They are going to Paris, London, France, Switzerland, and other places, because this is a grand tour, especially to every art museum, because Connie loves art so much. It's not only about their holiday, but a family holiday, and so many intrigue and conflict between them while the trip. The day when Douglas and Connie argue about their relationship, that Douglas wonder why is actually she never clearly introduced him to her friends, go out together with her friends, hang out, and so on. Thought my Connie happier when he was not around. But she also don't agree with that. She don't agree with that statement, making Douglas think that he may embrace her sometimes. But Connie says, no, that's not true, that's not right. I love you. I love you so much. You know that. Just because the reason why I don't ask you to go with my friends is because you're too much worried about your work, about your job. You are too worried about yourself. You cannot stay up all night in the clubbing, drinking, because you're too much worried about your work, about your job. So that's why I never invite you. Douglas can't believe that. Because he feels like there is other reason why. But she didn't tell yet. That is concern from Douglas. And then the other conflict is when Albie escaped from them after the whole of the trip done, making Douglas again feel bad about his mail to his son, saying that he might not a good father for Albie. And when Kenny asking just to go back before the trip finished, and even all the booker place, the restaurant, the hotel, she don't care about that. What is she need just go back to home? That what she want at a time. Also, while the trip, one of their parents unfortunately passed away, making the situation really complicated, And there is still other conflict that arise. All the explanation have been out from Douglas, but Connie don't care. And even actually the grand tour is planned from Connie to having that grand tour to visit every museum because Douglas want to make Connie happy, fulfill what she wants. That's why. But Connie don't care at the time. She just want to go back home. You know why? After Douglas accept that, and they already bought the ticket to go back home, but Douglas didn't go with Connie. Douglas didn't catch the plane with Connie because Douglas want to find his son first. He want to fix the problem, want to explain to his son what is actually happened, why, and say sorry and so on. But Connie actually don't agree with that. Connie said, just let him go. We don't even know where he is, where he stay now. We don't know. You're not gonna find Albie, so just go back with me. But that was still with himself, that he just want to find Albie first, and then he not go back with Connie at a time. So Douglas just tell Connie for go back first and catch the plane because maybe she gonna late or don't get the plane. So yeah, from the phone, every wife just will be worried about her husband, right? So Connie said, will you be alright? Will you be okay, fine? Where you can stay or something? How about your dress or something like that? But Douglas make sure Connie that he will be fine, he will be alright. Don't think about him because he can take care of himself. Then Douglas also tell Connie to not contact him before he go back home. And Connie will not see Douglas before he go back home by his own, also with Albie. And Connie cannot say anything, so Connie just say yes, and then sit in the plane. The conversation finished with last sentence to remind that they are still love each other. So Connie say, I love you, take care. And Douglas say, me too, and see you again. Albie, which is a son that watching his parents just bickering, then making peace, then bickering again, and making peace again, and just like that. The consequence from the parents, which is they argue a great deal, and when not arguing, they are often silent. While good intention, the father lack of imagination, emotional intelligence, or empathy, or some such stuff. The marriage is full of tension and unspoken resentment. Then the days come that will make her broken when Connie wake up Douglas at night and tell him she wanna leave. Although Douglas already asked her to beg to his arms, but she tempted, and finally no one can stop that. Douglas also felt like that he cannot make her life happy anymore like how she used to, and Douglas thinks that she will not see the effort that he have been done to make the situation is how that should be, to start new life together, making better life and doing all things that they should do. But no, that's useless. Connie still wanted her old life, being a painter, doing what she wanted, and life alone, whereas Douglas thinks that he just kind of making Connie happy again like before. What Douglas actually hope is they will live together, grow old together. That is what he hoped. But there is also unthinkable things that appear that suddenly stayed from Connie at night and come before it. And finally, yeah, you know what? They just separated. They're divorced. To live alone and apart from each other, that is hard for both of them, but finally Connie meet with her former boyfriend, and Douglas in that maybe they should be together because Douglas see Connie can smile, draw a beautiful smile in her lips, like how that used to when she with Douglas. But no, now it's not like that. Maybe the happiness for Connie is not Douglas anymore. That is what Douglas think, okay? And instead of that, they're still having a good relationship, but they are just not a couple anymore. They are not as a wife, as a husband for each other anymore, but they are an ex for each other. But life alone is the better choice for both of them. I mean, choice from the Connie. And the reason they separate, not because the third person like Douglas thing as a Connie statement, but this is just the best situation to choose is for live alone. And Connie tell Douglas that it's not the end of his life. Even they are separated, even they are not together anymore, that is not the end of life of Douglas. I can say this separate because of their egoistic. So that is why, I mean, in relationship, will not run well and cannot build if just one of them need that. So we both of them need the relationship to build the relationship, to having same vision, future goals, to make the relationship run well. I mean, that's it. In a relationship, we need to bond together, supporting each other. If there is part to leave, but the other trying to stop it, that cannot run well, you know. There is a other thing happen. So better we to like accept that. I mean, yeah, just let them go because that they want. We cannot stand it. and we cannot stop it. Well, that is the end. Finally they are separated, finally they are divorced. They have their own way, they have their own lives. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for watching this video especially. And yeah, hope you enjoy that. And sorry, I'm a bit speechless because something that too much realistic for me. This really touching my heart. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this video and got something maybe. Thank you guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.